SIM card?
You can sit in here. She's just with somebody right now.
Okay. How long are you guys going to be here?
I'm not sure. Maybe somewhere in between 2 and 4 months. I'm not exactly sure. They're just renovating the front office. We're going to put a business center in there with computers, laptops, printers, things like that. And then they're going to divide the office into 2 sections. And the middle section, like right behind where our desks were, there's, they're going to put like a sliding door so then we can rent out the space in the back.
Oh, nice.
So it's more of like a clubhouse. And then they're going to obviously renovate all the style. But this apartment is a fully renovated apartment. It's brand new.
Nice.
So that's
This is what they're going to look like?
All of them eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one is 962. Yes, that's this one. That's the more corner one.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
This one's
That's the one that's
correct. Yeah, it is.
So.
Cool. And then.
Did you want to go talk out there, you and I? Yeah. Yeah, let's go out there and grab that email.
Would there be another application?
Okay. So, when we emailed you guys, Marlon said that we could enter at 12. That's what Marlon stated.
He said you can come at 12. It didn't say that you can enter. That doesn't say that you can enter.
Okay, and then,
But
right.
Never have I allowed you guys to enter when I'm not there.
Okay.
And I specifically stated on an email that you never replied to that no one is to come into my home if I'm not there.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's just.
But just, if you reread this, this is very confusing. I wish that you guys would have just said, do not enter, we will reschedule another time. We were just informing you, hey, like we understand.
But you also never told me that you were going to enter.
Right, we specifically told you that we apologize, but they're coming out to inspect around 11:30.
That does not equate to you guys entering.
So what do we
into
need
my
to do
apartment.
now to move forward from this? Because this clearly
That's
is,
not fair. That's
is
not
a
clear.
miscommunication.
It's not a miscommunication.
Okay.
You know, like,
Okay.
unless someone says you have permission to enter, you already
So then why
It's
weren't we told that we could not enter? We understand that they were supposed to show up on Wednesday. We completely understand that. We, just so you're aware, we were very busy. It has been just the two of us. We moved this whole entire office because we were told last minute. That's clearly not anybody's fault. We understand that. So there were so many moving parts. We didn't even realize that Burns didn't even show up until one of our residents called us and they're like, hey, they're supposed to inspect our unit today. And I said, you're right, they are. We ended up emailing them. We're like, hey, when is someone showing up? Then we get an email saying, hey, they're sick. We're like, okay, well, this needs to be communicated better to us because we were not aware. We were only being told by a resident that they were supposed to inspect it and they never did.
And I completely
So-
I totally understand. Like,
Yeah.
I do not blame you guys for them not showing
Yes.
up. I know it's not your. I know it's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel really violated when I specifically asked for no one to enter into my apartment. And not only did you guys enter into my apartment without my permission, but I was never going to know unless I called. You didn't send a follow-up email saying, hey, we entered into your apartment. Nowhere in these emails.
We didn't follow up with you because we were under the impression based off of what
There's nothing in here that
what
says.
Zach stated is like, hey, they're coming to reinspect it. Marlon replies and says, please have them come at 12 p.m. as neither of us will be available until that time.
Exactly.
So
until that time.
Right, so we
that
came in, I think we knocked on the door at like 12:05 and then we entered at like 12:10 because we knocked like twice because we had to come back and get the key because nobody was there. So that's what we did.
And so when no one is there and you did not have permission, you didn't
Right.
call, you didn't say, hey,
But these
we're
emails-
here, Burns is here, I'm here with Burns, do we have permission to enter?
Right, but these
No one did
emails,
that.
it should have just been told us if you would have if you responded back, which I don't even understand why. I don't even understand like My concern is, okay, fine, Marlon said 12, you're like, well, we're not gonna be charged another fee, which fine, you're not going to because it's not your fault. This was the fact that they didn't show up. It should have specifically stated, do not enter. If we are not home, do not come in.
I did state that though.
But it doesn't say that on these emails. So I guess here's my question. What would you like us to do? Because clearly you don't want them to go in there when you guys aren't home, which I completely understand and I respect that. And then obviously that won't ever happen again. Because now, because please understand too, like from our side, like I understand, like we're not there to look at your things. Like that's not what we're here to do. We're here to assess the situation because we want to be out of your hair just as much as I know you guys want this issue to be resolved. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why we went in, we assessed it, and we weren't even there very long. We weren't even there very long at all.
Okay.
Because I had another resident that gave us permission to enter, and they basically told us, hey, like, can one of you guys go with them? And we did, and since we did it with them, we did the same thing with you, because I know you don't necessarily want someone by themselves if another staff member's not there.
I'm going to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I don't want anybody in my apartment unless
Okay.
they're doing work and I'm not, and I'm home.
Okay.
Like if I'm not home, then that's it. I don't want maintenance coming in alone. I don't want you coming in alone. I don't want
Okay.
pest control coming in alone. It's just, xenia, I really feel like there's, I feel like this right here, like you're playing word games with me, and it's really bothering me.
Well,
And
the
the
problem is this. I think you've been bothered since the moment you moved in here. And no matter what we've done to try to rectify the situation, it's never gonna be good enough for you guys. And that's fine. And that is completely fine.
I mean, you guys have blamed me for everything that has gone wrong in this apartment. You are literally suing me for something that's not my fault.
We're not suing you, but
that's what it is, because I'm not paying $6,500 for something that's not my fault.
we connected with our attorneys. We had our regional out. We told her exactly everything that happened. We assessed everything, and this is the direction we were instructed to go.
And I understand that. And like I said, I don't believe that it's you directly. I don't believe that it's you directly. But this whole thing, it feels very retaliatory and it feels like harassment, because not only are you telling me something different in this email or in this letter that I was just served a few days ago, it's something completely different from why you wanted me to pay the first time. And that's mind-blowing.
What do you mean? Like the rent, the first time you guys were late on rent?
No, for the leak.
Okay, the one that the attorney served lemonade and served you guys. Is that the one you're referring to?
Yeah, first it was because we were tampering, which is completely false. I don't need to tamper with an apartment that is already not up to par, for one. Second, you now serve me with an email after I've asked for multiple times for a third party to come out for the plumbing and proof that you guys filed with your insurance and your insurance denied that, which is...
We don't have to file a claim with our insurance because that is why residents have renter's insurance, and every resident, that's the biggest reason why they have it. That's why most renters insurance companies state that there should be $100,000 liability on it.
Okay, I am going to...
So here's what I would like to do then. Since we have a couple more days scheduled, I don't know if it's 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks left. Let me look at something real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me see something. that I have for the rodents for that rodent trapping to be inspected. So if these dates don't work, this is all Wednesday. If these dates don't work, if we want to just set up different dates and times, you can let me know so you guys are home.
No, the Wednesdays are
Wednesdays are
fine.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine because we accommodate our schedules to change it from the Tuesday to the Wednesday. But then
Okay.
they don't come on Wednesday, and then we're at work on,
I understand that, and that's why I think here's my question to you. Would it be better for us to send out to schedule a time on Wednesdays that you guys will be there so we don't run into this again? 'Cause I
As
don't
early
wanna
as
run
possible.
into this.
As early as
possible. So what's the earliest?
If they could come before 9. I know that they were able to come around like 8 last time, between like 7
Before
and 8.
9 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So-
I'm sorry,
Okay.
but here is the email
Go ahead.
that I sent to you, and
So there's an email you
I say
ahead.
I was not able to accommodate that time, 9/6/22, last minute because of an urgent family matter, and I do not feel comfortable giving maintenance permission to enter when I am not home. I exercise my right to be present anytime maintenance or staff has to come to my unit.
Okay. I understand for that specific date. I get that.
That's
I
not the
understand that.
I said anytime.
Okay. So
Anytime.
Then this was a miscommunication on our part because we were under the impression that we could go in at 12 o'clock. So going forward, then we won't go in. If you guys aren't even home, if pest control shows up, then we'll just be like, we'll send them away. We're scheduled for another time. I am trying to get this resolved for you guys because I don't want to be in the way. We don't want to be in the way. We don't want pest control to be in the way. We want to get that issue resolved for you guys. That's our goal.
And my thing is, since we got the rental assistance and it's paid up pretty much until December, why can't we transfer apartments? Like, why is that not an option? Because you said it was because we had an outstanding balance. That was your like fourth reason for not transferring us.
So here's the thing, because we're dealing with that leak situation right now with the attorney, you guys, the account is still an outstanding because we're trying to figure that whole situation out with the leak that was caused. So that was one of the reasons why my regional's like, hey, we're not going to transfer them until this is resolved.
And I also, I never got any like notice of that was another reason why, we weren't getting transferred because this was at the beginning of September, mid-September. And when you told me that that you couldn't because of an outstanding balance, that was earlier in September, like the beginning of September. So
even if I was to transfer you, I can't guarantee you an apartment at the same rate. And we went back and forth with the transfer options. I know way before all of this, we went back and forth. Here's some units. Here's what we could do.
I do have emails of me requesting to see the unit, specifically 2029.
Yes, that one we had to give up to construction because our owners are like, we need you guys to start giving them units to renovate, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're being told. Like right now, they have 27 units that are offline. If I could give that to other people to just rent them, I would. I can't because they're being held off. They're not letting me rent them. They're just renovating them. This is pretty much what our finished product is going to look like.
Yeah, that's what Zach just told me.
This is what they're going to look like. I don't know. I think honestly it's best, and this is kind of what I told my regional, I think it's best because I feel like no matter what we try to do, I don't know if we'll ever come to a happy medium where you guys are happy. You see what I'm saying? I just think we cut ties and you guys move out and figure, I don't know, because that's how it seems. I just think like there's all this miscommunication. I do apologize that we went in based off of this. We were under the assumption, hey, let's go in, let's inspect it, because I didn't want to continue for you guys to have to wait another week for them to come back because of their staff not showing up. That's not, I don't want to do, like I said, I want to get this resolved for you as quickly as possible. Because I personally don't want there to be 7 weeks of, someone constantly checking your unit, and then you guys, and I appreciate you guys accommodating the schedule, I appreciate that, but obviously, this is frustrating for us because we're like, hey, we switched pest control companies because we were dealing with the same issue. And now we're back to square one, and we're probably going to end up canceling this contract. So,
Just ready for it to be over. But I am giving you this notice.
Okay.
So everything will be taken care of in a timely manner.
Okay,
Hopefully before, I'm assuming we have to go to court in November. So
okay.
thank you.
No
Thank you
problem.
for explaining everything as well.
Sounds good. I will send this to the attorney, and I'm sure they'll respond and everything like that.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Thank you.